Hey.
Hey.
I dance the whole time that song is on. I know you
I was like, wait, this is new. I'm feeling it. I was like, where
right.
is it?
And then you get like the little if you pay attention to the countdown, the actual numbers are pretty cool. See, we get to see the whole countdown. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like 21 is like drinking age. 22 is what was 20 is what a year, and
Love that.
so they all have something that not all, but I wasn't that creative.
Right.
But
Well, I
most
mean,
of them, I mean,
creative enough. It's
but
fine.
something. Make the countdown more interesting.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was engaged. I was engaged.
Yeah. I was jamming to it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's my bottle.
Look, there you go. Theme music. Hey, what's going on?
What up, baby?
I'm good. How you? I feel like I just saw you, which I did, but
You did. Have you unpacked?
no. What
Yeah, me
kind of
either.
question is that? Oh, yeah.
I know.
No.
Well, thought I would ask. Yeah, I
I
haven't
have
either.
I have not unpacked. So y'all know for those of y'all who don't know, it takes me forever to pack for my trips, right? It's like a running joke that I usually pack like 8 hours before. I'm a professional packer though. I only pack carry-ons. And then
Yeah.
when I get back, usually I'm getting ready to go out again. So I'm just like, all right, we'll live out of this bag, do some laundry, and then
I was gonna actually go and put in our private. We have a very private, exclusive community.
very private.
Very exclusive. Um, like we can't let nobody see what's in there. HR will be calling. And
Ooh,
so
yeah,
I was actually gonna put this morning like, has anybody else unpacked yet? Asking for a friend.
uh-huh, exactly. Chanel, you are not supposed to be. You see, this is what I'm saying. Hi, Chanel. Chanel's supposed to be in the bed.
No. She done went out of town, got cooties, went back home, kept it with
Went
her.
back home and just can't stay away from the fire fam. Just can't
You're
stay
right.
away from the fire fam.
Right. Exactly. So today, see, I feel better because she has not unpacked either. Okay, good. Because I
Listen.
still got both of the bags packed. I got all the stuff from the mansion put away, but I still got both of the bags packed. Not only are they packed, let's be clear, I have not even unzipped them.
Okay. At least
Right.
I've unzipped. I've unzipped and like pull stuff out that I need and then throw stuff back in and pull stuff out. So.
Yeah, I have not. I haven't unzipped. It's all still in there. Like I'm
I've
like
been too busy. I've been too busy selling stuff. So I don't have time to unpack.
that part. That part. Listen though, for real. Um, so here's the thing. Fire Savvy did a $500,000 launch. So that was kind of cool.
What?
You know, because
Wait, let's
that's
just stop for a second. $500,000 launch, right? So we're not talking about a 12-month launch. How
no
how long is that launch?
2 months.
Two half
Wait,
a million dollars.
no, 45 days.
45 half a million US dollars.
All yep, that much, that much.
Wow.
And we
Congratulations.
thank you. So we did a $500,000 launch. Here's the part that I love though. Coming out of that, we've had you had your 6-figure January.
I
We
did.
had
Six-figure cash.
6-figure cash.
Get it right.
Let's get it right. That's not just sales. That is
Cash
collected in said account.
in the account. Yeah.
Right? So you did that. So she feeling all right. She feeling all right.
Feeling better. She's like, I'll be on my deathbed at this point.
I'll be
I
on my
mean,
deathbed, but we did a
all
half
right.
milli, baby, right? So we did a $500,000 launch, but and the thing is, and it's rare, and you know this about me, it's rare that I ever go online ever and say how much me as a coach did. What do I always talk about?
You talk about us. You talk about
My
your
clients,
clients.
right? And so I'm like, but let's talk about what my clients did.
But we are a reflection of you, right?
So yeah, because if I could do it, the first thing I'm doing is turn around, girl. Let me show you how to do this real quick. It's a very
real. And it's like stat too. She be texting you like, listen, this is what you got to do. In that very private chat that we have, it was a whole masterclass in there, like just like boom, 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 boom. People came back. They were like, wait, I left for like an hour and I came back. I got to do screenshots. It's a masterclass. What's
I
going on?
know. That was Cindy. Cindy's like, yo, I went and took a nap. I came back. It's a masterclass in the chat. I'm like,
Masterclass in
screenshot,
the
copy
chat.
and pasting. going and looking at my strategy. Like, did I do that? No, I did not. Let me go.
Cross-reference. Yeah.
Cross-reference and stuff. Like, what did I do? But here's the cool thing. So coming out of that, and I'm not going to remember everybody's wins, but I know Nikki is now running a 6-figure business. I know you had a 6-figure month. Alika is actually launching her girl. You just got off the phone with her. Just got off.
I was on the phone with her before you were.
Right. Okay. So you got off the phone with her. She got on the phone with me and she's like, hey, I need to do a 6-figure retreat. I'm like, well, let's go do that. So now she's running up on that. Like, she's running up on that. What's her name? Leslie is chasing her $500,000, her additional $500,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's just off the top of my head. Like, listen, we don't play. It is nothing like that magic. And by the way, people are like, but every time I see it, it's just, you know, I had somebody tell me the other day, like, but it's just like, is it only Black women? I'm like, nah, Doug is a white guy.
Doug is a white guy. Okay.
Yeah, there he is right there. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug. Hey,
Doug. Right. Lamont is definitely not a woman. Last time I checked. Right. Lauren is a white girl. Like, Cindy is Latina. Like, no, we diverse, because actually we do have one thing that we all kind of like we like green. Like, it's one of our favorite colors.
Man, right? That's I love a core value. It's a core value.
It's a core value.
For green. 100%. 100%.
Like, that is, look, Doug is like, true, I am a white guy. Thank you, Doug. Right? No, we all have one core value, right? How can we be in here we go.
Wealth mafia.
Wealth mafia. How can we be in a room with people who want to create, not just create, who want to grow their lifestyle business, have true financial freedom, and serve the hell out of their clients like nobody's business? Because that integrity for us is real. Y'all, it's not just about the sales. Because if we sell and we don't service, then that impacts that impacts the reputation of the collective. And I don't even know a better way to say that. Like, we are real. Oh, and we're real so about the reputation.
We go after the green, right? But we have integrity about it. We are very, very big on serving our clients with integrity. But most importantly, what I love and what I know is a core value for us is that we bring each other up, right? We are hiring each other. We are investing in each other. We are leaning.
Every person that becomes an insider, what do they get? They go right into your program. Like, hey,
they go right into my program.
Oh, you also get the network. You also get, because Deana, I'm just gonna speak for you, because we haven't even introduced ourselves. We running our mouth. So Deana, my girl Deana, besides coming up with the hashtag Wealth Mafia.
I'm so glad you gave me credit, because it was random, but it took.
It's random, but I'm gonna give it to you. That was yours. Yeah, that was yours. That's 100% yours. Deana came up with hashtag Wealth Mafia. We live by it. I do own now wealthmafia.net. Just saying. So don't go get it, because I got it. That's number one. But Deana is her expertise, her superpower, if you really want to know what it is she can take what you are doing, right? And she's like, listen, I know this is what you're doing, but I'm going to take what you're doing and I'm going to help you structure that into a high ticket offer. I'm going to look at, and here's the thing. A lot of times people have like this, they're missing this, and they have that. But without this whole thing, this collective doesn't make sense.
That's right.
So she's like, oh, you got this, and this. I know somebody who got that. And because her community is nothing except for badasses, because she's really good about curating her own community as well as we are in FYRE Savvy, that she's like, okay, now you can offer this, you can offer this. Together, y'all got this whole thing. And now we have this collaboration that's going to make money. So her strength is, let me see what you have. Let me see what you're missing. Let me help you find someone that can fill in that gap. Let me show y'all how to collectively make money at that.
That's it. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And I was actually just today on the phone with some of my clients because, like you, so I have been talking about my results, right? Because I've probably been quiet about them for just like way too long. Chanel always talks about being the best kept secret, right? So I've been talking about those results. But for me, I've also been talking a lot about my clients because my clients are doing amazing things. I was just on the phone with somebody today where they've created this LinkedIn audio series where basically it's just a whole bunch of them that are getting together and creating opportunities to create visibility for each other's offers, swapping audiences, making their audiences larger. We have somebody who's going to be doing a summit in Atlanta in person. Everybody on her panel is from the community, right? So it's like you just continue to make sure that the ecosystem feeds itself. When you think about FYRE Fam, this week by itself, I just retained Bree as my general counsel. And I just retained Lisa literally the minute she became FYRE Fam. I was like, okay, good. Now I can invest in you. Now,
right. Like, hey, girl, hey.
hey, send me my invoice now. Now that you paid your invoice, now you send me my invoice. And, and we're gonna get it done.
And I think there's something to say about that, right? See Renee, who is FYRE Fam, literally said, I met with Carmela and Cindy today. Here's the thing. So it's so funny because I try to tell people this and I'm like, we are extra stank about referring people outside of the community. Like we're almost like, you're not FYRE Fam?
Right. Yeah. What is your connection to FYRE?
Yeah, how do you know us?
how do we know? I tell people all the time, if you're not in the Success Tribe, which is my community, or FYRE Fam, then you really have to be a direct descendant, right? For me to even consider investing.
Right. Yeah. And it is one of those things where we're like, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, no, understand that if you get in, you're literally in a room with people who are 6 and 7 figure badasses that are going, oh, I want to work with you, but I got to see if you're willing to be in this group because this group is high integrity.
That's right.
And what you don't want to do is you don't want to mess up your connections because all these connections are badass. I mean, I walked out. Listen, at the last one, I was like, I'm hiring that person, but they had to sign up. The moment they signed up, I'm like, I'm hiring you. But they had to sign up. And when you come there and you have to pitch your business in front of everybody, listen.
And it's the type of community where you want the best people in your ecosystem to be part of it. So Crystal, right? So Crystal was my OBM. Now she's my OBD, right? She got a whole new title. Yeah. And when it came time for us to put in names, because you can't just walk into the Fire Savvy and Mastermind. You legitimately have to have like a direct connection to somebody who's already in there, right? Mm-hmm. When it came time for us to put in names, her name was one of the first ones that I put in. Why? Because I am going to continue to invest in her heavily over the next several months, several years. And I want to be able to make sure that she's in a room where other people are making those investments, but also where she's in a room where she has all of the resources that she needs to perform at the highest level possible. And she came in and loved it.
Right. And just think about, you guys, somebody like me who everybody's like, I don't understand why you don't have an admin yet. What are you doing with your whole life? There's a certain hate. And I'm like, I'm going to get one. But think about this. The moment that I decide to get one, if I just did a $500,000 launch, we can already talk about how much money there is going on in Fire Savvy, right?
Right.
Of course, if I go, okay, y'all, I really need a VA now, I'm not going out in the streets and looking. Where am I going? I'm like, hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. Hey,
girl. Hey. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm going there. And if she goes, okay, Donna, I know what you need. Even if it's not her, which I would expect it wouldn't be, because she's an OBD. She's not an OBM. She's an OBD.
Right.
She'll be like, you can work through me and here are my people, or I could get, like, she's going to handle that for me. I'm not going anywhere else. Like, there's not even, quite honestly, there's not a VA on the street that needs to connect with me right now. Like, y'all can stop hitting me up in my DMs. I'm not going to talk to you. I have Crystal if I need someone.
Right.
And that's the thing about getting in. because once you get in, it's like the first thing we do in that private chat is like, hey, do you know someone who?
That's right.
And boom, you go right there. Hey, I have a corporate contract for this, or I have a corporate contract for that. Who am I connected to? Look at Chanel. Chanel is literally doing a $2 million deal. And what did she do? She turned around and said, who we got in Fire Savvy?
That's
She didn't
exactly
go anywhere else. So
That's
when
right.
we talk about building a community, which I, was so purposeful, because I've been in communities where we're not going to talk about the community the whole time. I really want to talk about your thing, but we built a community and connected. Like I said, Deana, of course, is my client. And then the first thing I was like, dang, Deanna's goals, gifts, and gaps is, did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it right. Goals, gifts, and gaps.
Okay. I just call it the 3G network. So
That's it. That's it too.
3G. So I'm like, Deanna's 3G network is FYRE. I want every single solitary person to go through that. And not for free.
Oh, no.
And wait, your audio gone, baby.
Mine?
Yeah. You were talking and then you weren't, but I'm gonna keep going.
Did you hear me?
Why you not damn thing. Like you was there and then you was gone. And I don't even think you changed anything.
Can y'all hear me?
You didn't even change anything. It was working. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, when we wait, you can hear her? I can't hear her?
Yeah, see, they could hear me.
Wait.
They may be on you.
Well, why can't I hear you? Wait, don't say anything.
Can you hear me now?
But y'all can hear her, so I can't hear. So y'all saying it's me?
Yep. Can you hear me now? Hey, now I can't hear you.
Wait, you can't hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Oh, but I can't hear you. Wait, hold on. Chanel says she can't hear me.
She can't hear you. So you might have to actually go back out
what happened with somebody
and
calling?
Come back. Oh, somebody was calling you. Was that it? Okay. So Chanel says she can't hear both of us now. Now I can't see you. There you go. All right. Now I think we good. Yes. Chanel, can you hear Deana now?
This is what happens when you're live.
This is always what
That's
happens.
how y'all know it's live, because I'll cut this out on a recording.
We will work that out. No, I think we're good. Now she's here. Now you here. Okay.
Okay, wait. So my audio just said no, not today.
Yep, they can hear both of us. We good.
So y'all can hear me both, but say something.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Saying.
You're gonna have to go out and come back
with me. This happened
and everybody said
not today. Okay, wait.
All right. So Deana's gonna be back soon. But as we are waiting for Deana to come back, what we are talking about is we're talking about the amazing FYRE Savvy community. We got a bunch of FYRE fam here. So we got Chanel here, we got Renee here, we got Doug here. If you're here and you're FYRE fam, go ahead and drop it inside of the chat. And what we're going to be talking about when Deana comes back.
I can hear you.
Perfect.
It just kicked me. It was just like, no, you can't say anything. So I was like, you know what?
There we go.
We just gonna reboot and call it a day. So
Renee actually has a question already.
All right, what's the question? Because I lost the captions.
No, you're good.
Can you see me?
I can see you, and we can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Renee actually had a question. She was saying, because we're going to talk about after the Unmastermind too, but Renee had a question about the 6-figure months. Was it previous pipeline or was it new leads? So that's a great question, Renee. So it was actually a combination of both. So I had monthly recurring revenue, which we talk about a lot inside of the FYRE fam and inside of our community, where it's important to be able to make sure that you have revenue every single month that kind of gives you a head start on the year. But then I also had brand new deals and brand new business that I brought in. Some of that was paid up front. And then some of it was monthly recurring revenue that had a deposit that month, and it would have more money now in the subsequent month. So it was really a combination of all three of those things.
Yep. And that's the thing. A lot of times people think, oh, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna call Deana, I'm gonna have a 6-figure month next month. No, there are things it's not about having one 6-figure month. The question
Right.
is, how do you make it recurring? And so a big thing that we do from a recurring basis is we go, okay, let's look at how you did this month. And then can we first repeat it on a quarterly basis? Not now. I want to be clear. Not that you should only have one revenue month that quarter. You should have 3 revenue months. But one of them, at least one of them, we want to be a 6-figure one. Then what we do is we go, okay, now how do we do that again? How do we make 2 6-figure months in a quarter? Then we do it again and say, how do we make 3? Because what we're trying to do is create this consistency. And that's what people really have to get to. How do we create this consistency?
Yeah. And I think that that's also an important part of coming out of the Fire Savvy Unmastermind was one of the things that you and I talked about immediately afterwards, where I was saying, all right, we're in February now, right? We're not starting from zero, but what's the new goal? And what I really appreciate is that you and I were able to jump on a call on a Friday at 10 a.m. and I was able to get questions answered that allowed me. And what did I say during the call? You was like, all right, so you got it. I was like, I got enough of it. And so I got enough.
I got what I need.
I got what I need. Thank you very much. And 2.5 hours later, I sold $15,000 of something that we created.
Yep.
2 hours prior. Right.
Yep. And part of that was, again, doing that thing. So here's the thing. People see me do this all the time and they're like, how is she doing that? I'm like, I'm using a methodology. Right. So,
exactly. It's a framework.
Like all the time. I'm like, and I showed it when we're at the mastermind. I'm like, look, is this circle right here? I'm looking at where you are on the circle, and I'm looking at when there are gaps, because when there are gaps, that's where you're going to fail. You're literally going to fail in that area. And so that's where those collaborations come in. And so when we were talking, I'm like, Deana, here's your slices of the pie. Yep. If you play in this slice right here and don't play in any other slice, and you hold this slice, listen, that's your lane. You can shine it up, buff it up, polish it, and anybody who step on it gonna face plant because it belongs to you. Once people get that, like, this is your slice, and then this is who you serve, you'll make so much money.
And it will be easeful, right? So what I was able to identify is that as many, and Chanel's like, you so good at creating offers that you confuse the people, because you could create an offer like that, right?
Right.
What I realized the core competency was, and the gap was, that there are so many people out there that are serving their clients. When we talk about how do you do 100K month, how do you do 100K cash, how do you do 100K sales? But there are not very many people out there who have what I would consider to be a real and true signature offer.
Right.
An offer that gives people the opportunity, as Deana says, to be able to work with your methodology before they actually work directly with you. And when I tracked back and I thought about the 100K cash, that was exactly what happened. The Success Tribe is our signature offer. That is the point at which everybody starts. And then from there, that's where we upsell or we downsell.
Yes.
But the signature offer was the thing that allowed for us to be able to have that recurring revenue. And the cool part about it is that the signature offer, for me, it's ideal if it doesn't require you to have to deliver it live.
Right.
Folks working with the methodology. So that for me was a light bulb moment, because it was something that I was already doing, but to be able to conceptualize it and now to put a process and a system behind it, it's just generating revenue.
And that's the signature offer that works perfect for your business, right? And everybody, people have to understand that your signature offer is going to vary based on what kind of business you're running. So like for Chanel and I, our signature offer really is now the Unmastermind. So for Fire Savvy, it's the Unmastermind. From there, we determine, are people going to ascend? They're going to go become Firelight, Fireworks, Firepower, or Fireproof? Or are people going to descend and we're going to put them in membership, or are they just out? Like, but because of how we work as coaches, where we're just so integrated with people, like we know all y'all business. Like we be up in y'all business. We're not coaches that people don't have access to. It's just the opposite. Right. They have so much access. We know so much about people's business that that access is important. And so people, for us, coming to the unmastermind and being in the room with us is critical. But it also speaks to what we do, which is we create exclusivity. We don't invite everybody, because you know what? We're literally going, we're going to come and let you stay with us for 3 days at a mansion. And the goal is for Deana not to end up being a serial killer by the end of that event. So we can't let everybody in the room.
But even if you think about it from a signature offer standpoint, right? Yes, y'all are there, but when we think of the ratios, right? They're typically going to be anywhere from 13 to 20 people that are there. The two of you, and yeah, y'all are giving feedback, y'all are going back and forth with people, but really what we're working with is a methodology. Y'all are giving the framework, right? Then after that, you decide who's going to ascend. When you ascend, what happens? You pay more money. But what are you paying for? More access, so you can get stronger transformation. So that's the point of the signature offer, is to have a baseline whereby, first of all, it can attract your dream clients and give them an opportunity to be like, let me see what this is about. And then experience success and say, wait, choose me, please. I need to be in a premium offer. I need to be in the next level.
So that's absolutely perfect. And Doug said, what are some of the important keys or pieces to creating monthly recurring revenue that entrepreneurs may not understand? This is such a good question.
Really good question.
So if monthly recurring revenue requires too much of you, then you don't really have true monthly recurring revenue. The goal of monthly recurring revenue is that you can back out of the process if you need to take vacation, if you get sick, if something happens. Now, you have both Chanel and I that are a part of that right now today. However, by the end of the year, we're going to have close to 150 members. At 150 insiders, we're going to need to have, I don't want to surprise anybody, coaches. That's not just us, right? Isn't that crazy? Who'd have thunk it, right? Some of those coaches will likely be our own insider members.
That's right.
That want to ascend to being a coach, right? They're like, girl, certify me and let me be a coach, and y'all gonna pay me too, right? That's so right. they might want that. It might be people that we hire, and then we're going to have different level cohorts, because we're going to need that, because we are scaling and growing, which I do not recommend.
Don't do that at the same time.
Do not do that, right?
Like, at the same time.
People see me do it and they're like, oh, so that's what I should do. No, I've built a $250 million business. I would never tell an entrepreneur to grow and scale at the same time. Don't do it. First of all, the amount of capital that you have to have on hand to pull that off is significant. Like, if you're not sitting right now with $100,000 in your account, do not grow and scale at the same time. Don't do it. Yeah. So the first thing that you have to understand is monthly recurring revenue should not require you as a resource. It also should not be like your lead magnet. It actually should be something that's providing value. Memberships are probably some of the best ways to create monthly recurring revenue, because you'll have a community that can serve. However, you have to be damn good at creating community.
So, point blank, right? And people ask me, well, what's your signature offer? The Success Tribe is our signature offer, right? And they're like, oh, well, it's a membership. I could do that too. I'm like, no. There have been many iterations, and everything that is done is super intentional. And the Success Tribe did not become our true signature offer, y'all, until December, when Deana and I sat down and looked at it and found a way to be able to pull me away from it.
Yeah.
And now it really, and literally the first month that we did that and that we put that new structure in place, where now that's a signature offer, it's monthly recurring. I don't have to be there. From there, I'm adding value, but I can pop in and out, was the 100K cash month. Right. So we didn't just show up and do 100K cash, right? I didn't just show up and was like, all right, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur today. Oh, boom, I got 100K cash. There was definitely a lot that had been moving forward and that had been put in place. but it was the strategy
Right.
that allowed me to be able to unlock it to say, oh, this is what it is.
Right.
Like, this
And
is it.
and the thing is that, listen, I know a lot of coaches who would say, and I can now coach you to $100,000 a month. And I'm like, I could always coach you to $100,000 a month. I can't coach everybody to $100,000 a month because everybody don't have the foundation to do that.
Right. And that's
like, if we could get people to understand that, and it pisses me off so bad because so many coaches are out here with the bullshittery. They would literally go, well, you have 2 clients. Well, you have 3 clients that either had $100,000 launch,
right,
$100,000 a month, or $100,000 or 6-figure stream of income, and you've done all 3 of those within the past 2 months. So therefore, that should be on your resume.
And you're gonna get the hashtag, you're gonna get the trademark, you're gonna get the website. 100K. I build 100K entrepreneurs, and that's just not what it is. You know, Natalie Bullen, who is part right of FYRE, she has this framework and this methodology called Be Do Have that I think is genius, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it really talks about basically the qualifications that people have to be able to meet before they can be eligible to work with you at the level that you need to. When we talk about we help build wealth through relationships, that ain't for everybody, right?
Right.
We can't do that until we are clear that you have a signature offer. If you don't have a signature offer, you at least have to have services that you've sold where we see you have an audience, you have a methodology, you have things that work. In that case, guess what? We could get you ready to be in the room to build wealth through relationships by creating and helping you create a signature offer. But if you don't even have that, you are not going to be able to work with us because we can't meet that promise. Same thing with the Unmastermind. People have to go through a vetting process because we have to be able to know for sure what kind of results you're going to get based on
right.
BDF.
And if we want to work with you for a year. See, that's the thing. People think straight up, oh, she's trying to sell me her year-long offer. I swear to you. I swear to you. I'm probably not.
It's very likely that the answer is no.
It's very likely that I'm not trying to sell it to you. Because quite honestly, if the community, I can't tell you how many people in the community was like, but they're not going to get in, right? Like, they're like,
let me tell you something. We have this outing that we do, and it doesn't matter. Every single time that we go on this outing or that we're at the Unmastermind, I'll get a text from Chanel that's like, fix your face. Fix your face. I'm like, I can't help.
You can't have that face. We can see you. We can see you. But like, people don't really get that it's people look.
Like, fix your face. I didn't say anything.
Listen, but no, seriously, it is very serious that we pick, right? And that's the thing. When people create these offers, they try to create these offers that are for everyone. And it should not be. We literally are, when we say that we're opening up the FYRE Savvy Mastermind, can you go click and buy the room? Yeah, but will we refund your money?
You can get refunded.
Will you get refunded?
Just that fast?
Yes. Have we refunded people? Yes. Did we do it just last month? Absolutely. Will we do it again? Definitely. Right? Like, you have to be a match. If you're sitting there going, I don't know, $3,000 is a lot of money to invest. It's not for you, babe.
Right, because we're a community of investors.
Exactly. Right? We have people who are doing 6-figure months, 6-figure launches, 6-figure streams of income. If you sitting there going, my $3,000 is I can't take that leap. If you can't take that leap, this is not for you at all. If you're waiting to know that everything's going to be perfect, and it's just like when we're working on your offer, I was like, let's look at what you have, and let's look at how we nail this down, and let's put a price point by it. Okay, now who is this for? That's who it's for. Now go sell that. And then what do? You pick up the phone at like $15,000 later. Like, she literally sent me a text. She sent me a text. It was like, it literally was just a few hours later. And you're like, oh, and by the way, I got that quick 15.
I got that quick 15 real quick. I was like, so we're going to run that back.
Today? No, we just got off the phone, boo. Today?
But
Really?
so that's an important piece, right? So is that you're an amazing coach. One of the things to me, though, that makes you a really, really great coach is you are able to spot talent and you are able to spot the people that, with the specific skill set that you have, will take it and go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I only, this is where I'm staying. I only like to work with people who are action takers.
Right. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
here's the thing. People are, and I'm gonna say it two ways, who are action takers and risk takers.
That's
Because
right.
most people hit me up and they're like, well, I don't know. I'm like, you're not gonna know until you try it and get results on the other side.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta know and go, and then you'll know.
Yeah. I agree.
And that's the thing of all things that gets on my nerves is people are like, they come to me like, I don't know. Saying that I don't know is literally saying I need a guarantee. If you're looking for a guarantee, you are in the wrong business. You need to stop being an entrepreneur. You need to go and get a job. They guarantee you they'll give you a check every 2 weeks until they fire you.
Yeah. Until it's done, right? I mean, and for me, I think that, again, when we think about masterminds, unmasterminds, these types of events, you don't just have to look at it from the perspective. I think so often people get caught up in like what's at the surface level, right?
Right.
So they're like, all right, well, how long we gonna be in the house? How much we gonna go over? How many people gonna be there? How much does she make? If you asking all of those questions, you're not focused on the outcome. And what I love is that every single time I leave one of these events, that's why I be like crowbarring myself in, because y'all Donna didn't want me to come to the last time. She was like, you can't come because you done been already. I was like, watch. And then
so let me wait
in this room.
Let's tell the whole story. I put in our very private group, I said where our people who had already been was still in the group. And by the way, when I asked, they're like, should we keep people who are already insiders in the group? And I'm like, yeah, I would love for them to connect with the newbies. And so I put this note and I said, okay, who wants to stay in the mansion? This is what I said. Who wants to stay in the mansion? Cindy was like, me. Deana was like, me. And I was like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the new people. And they're like, no, we staying. I was like, no. They're like, no, we staying.
We going.
We going. I picked up the phone and called Chanel. I'm like, yo, should we do something for the people? I'm like, they were just here 30 days ago.
Look, a whole new framework and system that worked.
We have created more stuff because of Deana. We have the Deana rule. Like this one right here, that one right there. We have the whole, like, okay, no, now we got to fulfill something for people who want to come back. No, I didn't think about it. She just was here. And then Cindy talking about, well, I'm coming back in March because, and I'm like, well, that's your cohort. She's like, well, I'm coming in April too.
Look, is Cindy gonna be in April now? No. What I love, the reason that I deboed myself into the room, right, is because when you leave, you come out with ideas. You come out being ignited in a way that it's like, hey, this is a thing that I'm thinking about differently. You get to be able to talk through things with people who can see your business from a different lens, who are experts in their field, and it just ignites you for the next 60 to 90 days, right? Mm-hmm. So it really is palpable. And again, every time I leave, I come out with cash.
I know, because you literally hit me up and it's like, so let's talk about this other $100,000 a month real quick.
Let's talk about this other $100K.
And I'm like, are we doing? And I'm going, okay, are we doing sales? Or are we doing cash? Like, which one are we doing?
We'll do sales this month.
Just let me know. Okay, we're doing sales this month. Okay, so next month we'll be doing cash. I just need to know the cadence. I just need to know the cadence. That's all I'm looking for.
No, I'm excited about it because I'm just really, really excited that we all get to contribute to each other's success. I'm excited that we're seeing so many more folks within the FYRE cohort and within really the coaching consulting community who are better understanding the concept and the idea of having a signature offer and being able to put
and the methodology.
And a methodology, because that's what it centers around. It literally centers around. If you don't have a methodology, you can't have a signature offer, right?
Please, I'm sorry. Say that one more time, because those
Well,
people over in the
if you
back,
don't have
they
a
did not hear
methodology,
that.
if you don't have a methodology, you can't have a signature offer. Because remember, your signature offer is people's entree to your methodology, right? So,
Yes.
but here's the thing, there are people who have a methodology and they don't know that they have a methodology. That's when you want to be able to work with the strategist. That's when you want to be able to sit down yourself and reverse engineer what you've done in the past and codify it, right?
Right.
Everybody
That's
has a
actually
methodology
what
somewhere.
So that's actually what we're doing in Fire Savvy. So, in the Fire Savvy membership, we have lots of classes, but we're having 2 master classes. This month is all about modeling your zone of genius.
Nice, yeah.
And the number one thing that I help people when they come in, when they don't have a methodology, is help them model their methodology. Like, how do you create that out? And I was talking to this lady today who is interested in joining Fire Savvy. She's a good fit. And that's the other thing. Like, I really look for people who are a good fit. And so she's really a good fit. And one thing that we talked about was I sat there and I told her, she goes, I don't have a methodology. And I'm there listening to her and I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And
no,
literally within 15 minutes, I'm like, here's your methodology. And she was just like,
yeah.
oh my God. And when I asked her, I said, so what do you normally do? She goes, normally I wing it. And I'm like, you can't do that with people's money though.
You can't. And a lot of times people think that they're winging it, but they have an intuitive nature of what to do. It's just about literally having someone who has that strategic brain. A lot of times it's better to have somebody that can look at it from the outside because they can see what you're doing that you can't see yourself from the inside and say, no, you're doing ABC.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And that's one of the things that we specialize in at Fire Savvy, is really helping people understand that not only do they have a methodology, but what it is and how to pull it out and then how to monetize it.
That's
Now,
right.
this is a great question. Somebody said, so what about paid online content, webinars, et cetera, as far as having monthly recurring revenue? So yes, you can have classrooms and all that other stuff that are your signature offer. Here's what I would tell you about that. There is a difference between selling a $47 workbook or a $47 video series and calling that your monthly recurring revenue. I don't know what y'all doing, but that's not monthly recurring revenue for me. That's McDonald's money.
Right. Yeah.
Right. That's marketing money. That's McDonald's money. That's not real money. That when people are even in my membership is only $97 a month, right? So it's cheap. It's an entree to find out, like, well, how crazy is her unmedicated ass, right? Like, that's what that kind of does, right? Can I deal with her for 3 days?
Right.
Maybe not. Now I'll probably tell you, probably not. But to me, this type of stuff, when you're talking about your paid online content, webinar, all this other stuff, see, she just said it. That's marketing and test money.
Yeah, that's money you put back in the ads or the membership.
That's not mortgage money. That's marketing money. No. That's what you do to put back into your business and find out what's working and what's not working. A lot of times what I see is a challenge with people is they see all the money that they make as profit. And it is not. All the money you make is revenue. You have to put a certain amount back towards marketing, other expenses, all the things in your business. So people are talking about, I have a 98% profit margin. I'm like, so you ain't put no money towards marketing.
I was about to say, your business, you're not doing
you done. You done. You can't take vacation, because if you do, you're not going to eat next week.
You can't eat
You're
food.
literally on a roller coaster. When you're selling, you're not eating. When you're eating, you're not selling. This is what you do all the time. It sucks. You cannot forecast 6 months out. Like, at all. So what you want to do is, when you have these low ticket paid online content, webinars, that type of thing, unless you're building a true volume business where you're like, I'm going to put this out and I'm going to have 1,000 people go into it, it's still just you're running a cash business, which is fine. The challenge is it's hard to maintain for a very long time. First of all, it's hard to get that quantity of people. And I'm not really a mass or quantity type person. Like, that's not my jam. Hell, Mr. B still lives in his parents' basement.
Yeah.
Like, that's not my jam.
Right. And I agree. But here is a way that potentially you could do it. And I know this is something that you do, and this is something that I do in my community too. If you have all this content, if you have all these webinars or whatever the case is, and you have a strong strategy to be able to create a membership, drip that content into the membership.
Absolutely. And
right?
and that's going to help you create
And that's going to help
real
you
recurring
create
revenue with clients
exactly.
who can ascend.
That's exactly right. So instead of you saying, all right, I'm gonna sell this workbook for $49, right? As part of your membership, there's a vault or a library, and all the little $49, $27 stuff that you have. Now you drip it out every month, and people get it for the $97 membership a month, or for the $600 membership a year, or whatever it is. Now you don't have to worry about people having to consume it individually, but now it's adding value to the recurring revenue in the signature offer that you've already created. So
Right.
there's a strategy there.
Yep. So the question is, how in depth do you go in the methodology for the signature offer? Is that where you explain the whole thing? And how does it differ for the content and the upsell? So here's the thing. Your signature offer, you could be selling content.
Could be,
which is what you're talking about, because there's different types of signature offers, but we'll talk about this one specifically. So this is a content-based signature offer. I have a content-based signature offer called FYRE, and it is literally the methodology. You're going from how do I become an expert into a high ticket coach, and we tell you, if you follow this on, you could do it in about 60 days if you actually do the work. Not everybody does the work, right? Now, that means that top half of my methodology where you make money is 100% in that signature offer. You can walk all the way through the whole damn thing, documents, content, and everything.
On your own.
On your own.
Right.
And you can come back into the membership and you can ask questions. However, when people get to that higher level, they're not just looking for content.
Exactly. Because
they're beyond the content portion. They're like, I got the content. I've even probably put some of it in place, but now I want to know how to turn that content into, first of all, I want guidance. Because I did something and I made some money and that was all right. But this is not the everything. This is, think about your signature offer as, and I don't want to say just enough to get them started because that's not fair. But it is enough for you to go and say, okay, I see how this works. I got the education. I know how to implement it. I see how this works and I'm making money. So it's going to get you started on the path to making money. That's generally what that signature offer does. It gets you started on the path. But then you get to the point of going, but how do I craft higher level offers? How do I attract higher level clients? How do I create new streams of income? How do I how do I actually do sales better? How do I do engagement better? How do I come up with different ways to offer this same expertise? So it's so when you get the baseline content, that gets you started, but that's not what gets you wealthy.
Right. And at the end of the day, you want to also be able, for me, I'm the type of person where I want to be able to say, this is what I created. Give me feedback on that. This is where I went left. Tell me how to correct it. And when you're working with the signature offer, typically you're not going to get that type of feedback. Because remember, ideally, and again, this is my definition, your signature offer is something where somebody as a practitioner, as a person who's delivering it, they're not getting direct exclusive access to you. They're getting access to your IP in some ways, right? Your methodology, your framework, but it's not like they could ask you a question and you give them a response based on their situation. So
ours, we kind of do because of the membership. Like if they got the signature offer in conjunction with the membership, so they got the whole thing. So if they got the whole thing, then yeah, they can go in and they can ask questions. They can put up their big viral promise. They can give feedback. The thing is that like somebody can put up a big viral promise, but then what they did was the big viral promise could be right, but they chose the wrong expertise and they chose the wrong ideal client. But we don't know that because we weren't coaching them directly. So we're guessing.
Exactly.
Right. And I'll give you a really good, it varies, Deana. So you can have like somebody could literally go and buy FYRE and they can go through the whole video program of FYRE and not be in the membership, which means how are they going to ask me questions?
Right.
So yeah, they got FYRE, but they didn't get us. So that's why we put FYRE as a part of our program, as a part of our membership, because we recognize how important that is. But there are people who sell their signature offer and it's just their signature offer. And they're like, here you go. This is yours. Go watch it. Go buy it. Go enjoy it. But they don't have access to the expert. We made ours in conjunction with the membership, specifically because we wanted people to ask the expert. Not everybody does that. So your signature offer generally does not have access to the experts. That's generally. Right. Now, that's when you're doing more of, I would say, a lower ticket signature offer. You can be like me and have a much higher ticket signature offer that does include that access, but it includes that access on a very limited basis.
I was about to say super limited and then larger group, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Even in that access, think about it, even with that access, who gets prioritized in that access?
Insiders.
People who are in the more premium service, right? So even if people are asking questions on a call, who gets their questions answered first, right?
Higher premium. Yep.
Exactly. Absolutely. So again, your signature offer, and don't get us wrong, like your signature offer gets people transformation.
It better be providing some real, listen, if you were in Fire Savvy and it wasn't, we would put your ass out of Fire Savvy.
Right. Yeah, it's real value.
Yeah.
But if you are the person who's ready to accelerate and get exclusive access that's really going to take you to the place where you can really catapult what you're doing, then you're going to be able to go up from that signature offer into something that's more premium.
This is a great way of thinking about a signature offer. And I always think about it this way. So let's say you're going into a new trade. Let's say you're going to go and do business intelligence for a tech company. Just like way off the radar, right? And you don't even know what business intelligence is. You literally think it's spying on companies. The first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go in and learn their language, learn their processes, and learn how they do things. Understand how everything connects together and their deliverables. That's right. That is your signature offer. People have to come into my world. They have to learn, first of all, what is the methodology? What is a big viral promise? What is an ideal client versus what is a dream client? That's right. Why do I say if you have so many comments in your expertise, you ain't got nothing in your bank account? Why is that? Why do I hamper down on niches? Why do I have a severe hatred of life coaches? And y'all know it's true. What do I talk about when I talk about offers? How do I talk about putting offers together? So you have to come in first. Your signature offer allows your dream client, your ideal client, to come in, learn about you and what you do and your organization. It also allows for them to learn this language and learn how to move forward without you. That's what your signature offer does. It really gets that person indoctrinated into you and your language and what you do and what you're talking about. From there, they now can make a decision. This was the bomb. I implemented some stuff and I'm ready to move forward.
Yeah.
Or this is the bomb. I'm a consummate student.
Right. And that's cool.
I'm going to go learn some more shit.
And that's cool.
This was good. This isn't for me.
Exactly.
So your signature offer gets people in to understand what it is that you do and how to move forward with that. Right. From there, they determine whether they want to go forward or not.
Right. And
that's what your signature offer does.
Right. And what the signature offer does for you too. So a lot of times the reason that we get burnt out as coaches, consultants, strategists is because we are bringing people into our exclusive premium access that really and truly need to be indoctrinated first into our signature offer. Why? Yep. Because they need to be able to, first of all, understand the impact and the importance of whatever it is that they're going to learn.
And our language. They need to be able to speak our language.
Absolutely. Right. So
a lot of times, it's one of the reasons why even when people come in as insiders, the first thing I say to them is, you have access to all the educational content. Right. So they're like, oh, Don, I need to do a sale. And I'm like, did you do a bat signal? They're like, what's that? Okay, here's this videos. Go watch these videos on the bat signal and then come back and let's have a conversation. Right. And then they're like, oh my God, now I know how to sell. I'm like, exactly. But they had to learn my language first. So then when I started saying, listen, when you were on box 2 of the bat signal and they started telling you about their journey, what did they tell you was their mode of getting there? People who are insiders are going, I know exactly what she's talking about. People who are not insiders are like, the hell is she talking about?
What is she talking about? I
don't want to have to explain this from scratch to every person that walks in. I literally want to say, hey, go to my signature offer. go to this video, click on this one, watch this, come back, let's have a conversation. So it's a great way to get your baseline teachings to your audience without you constantly teaching the whole thing over and over and over again.
Right. And again, it's a qualifier. It's a qualifier for you too, because when you see who's in that signature offer, again, that's when you're able to cherry pick or figure out who you want to ascend. And it's low risk for you, right? Because one of the biggest burnout points of coaches, consultants, and speakers is that we are touching everything and everyone. And then we get upset when we have a premium offer, but we can't attract our dream client to our premium offer because everybody gets access to us.
Exactly.
Everybody gets a done for you. Everybody gets one-on-one exclusivity. And then you say, oh, well, the framework doesn't work. No, the framework works, but you're giving people, you're misaligning the access that people should give and get based on what it is that they need to accomplish.
And here's a perfect example of how to use a signature offer with a higher end client. So we have Renee, who is an insider, right? Yes. She's a FYRE savvy insider, and she was putting together her big viral promise. And she was going back and forth with it. And I said, hey, you know what? What I need you to do is go to the signature offer, go to this part of the workbook, go watch this video series, and then come back. And for her, that was like, oh, y'all got a whole video series where I can learn how to do this right now? Absolutely. Right. So this is a part of her learning our language and learning what we do and how it works. Right. She had a little piece of it from obviously doing her FYRE pitch at the mansion retreat, but now she gets to go and see the whole thing and go, oh my God, that's how that works. Yes. So that's really what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to give people what they need. Your signature offer serves so many purposes. It brings people in, but it also gives people who came in at a higher level that education that they need to work with you more successfully. Because I don't want her to, what I don't want her to do is I don't want her to burn one of her coaching days with me.
Right. For something that she could learn.
That she could go do on her own. That's not that for me as a coach, that's shit. And for her as a client, I'm stealing from her. So you know what? Go watch this, get the help. Then she comes back and she can ask all the questions she wants in the group.
Right. With context, right?
With context, because now we're like, oh, you talking about your big viral promise. We got you. Right. And so that's something to think that's something that really helps people understand. So I love it. That must be Renee. And she said, Doug walked me through it. I can't wait.
Exactly. Doug don't play games. Doug don't play games. But I mean, I'm excited about the opportunity to continue to work with folks in FYRE Savvy, to learn from them, but also to be giving folks the opportunity to really and truly start to experience some of the freedom and flexibility that you can have when you create a offer structure that centers around your signature offer. Right?
Yep. And understanding that, you know, if you have a methodology, obviously you can create one. If you don't have a methodology, that's what we do at FYRE Savvy. Here's the thing though. We work really hard. All of us as coaches, we really, really. So, I'm so glad that helped you, UM.
Yes. OM. Yeah.
That is so good. So we work really, really hard as FYRE Savvy and as coaches, and we have a very high level of integrity, and we have a very super strong community, mainly because we're snobs. So with that said,
once you in though, but
once you in. Like somebody said the other day, they were like, Donna's really intimidating and mean, and I'm like, no, only the people on the outside.
Not the insiders, hence.
The insiders, I love them. I'm like, hi, baby. Oh my God. They're spoiled, right, Deana?
I am the spoiledest baby. I get what I want.
She's so spoiled. So when people say that to somebody, they're like, you must be on the outside. You're not in, huh? Okay. Sorry. So we work really, really hard. We also play really, really hard. And I just want everybody to know that while yes, we have the FYRE Savvy unmastermind. We call it an unmastermind because I mean there's stripper poles, there are axes, there are LED lights, there's
open bar.
There's open bar, there's interpretive dance.
Yeah.
There's interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance, yeah.
There's interpretive dance, right? We didn't even know we were gonna get that. There's karaoke with the best backup dancers I've ever seen in my life.
Where's Alika at? Alika. And Renee.
Renee was like, okay, ladies, and
She
hands
was
down, and
I
go.
was like,
right? And then she's like, and hands up. That's right, we got it. I was
like they had practice for 9 months.
Right? Right. So these are all the things that go on so we work hard, but we play really hard. Yeah. And so we have that coming up at the end of March, and then we have another one. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to work. Y'all don't know. So I don't know. I don't know if other coaches do this, but quite honestly, I don't give a shit. I'm going to my clients, Nikki B. Jules, who dresses me. I'm going up there, and I'm going up to Virginia, and then I'm going up to Maryland to see Leslie. Then we're having the April Unmastermind, and then because I will have worked so hard,
she's gonna take a little retreat.
I'm gonna take a little break, and I'm going to the where am I going? Where am I going?
Collabs in Cancun retreat. Yes.
Going to Cancun.
I can't wait. We're gonna have such a good time.
Do you have any space left?
No. Look, there may be 1 or 2 spots. You got to talk to Patrice. If whoever gets in, though, they would literally have to be directly recommended by a FYRE savvy insider, at least, or somebody within the Success Tribe. We are close.
So let me just give you an idea of Cancun. So I think like most of them are either Success Tribe or FYRE savvy.
Well, yeah. At this point, yes.
Right. This is FYRE savvy and FYRE savvy descendants. This is Success FYRE Tribe, FYRE savvy. This is
Wealth Mafia. You know how with the Mafia,
Wealth Mafia.
Families. You got the different families, so you got Wealth Mafia.
We got different families that come together. There's the ring involved. This is Wealth Mafia.
This is what we do.
So, who's in Virginia company? Oh, that must be Renee. Hey, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. So Wealth Mafia is gonna be in Cancun.
Yes.
That part. Such badassery for like what 3-4 days?
We're gonna be there for 4.5 days.
4.5 days.
4.5 days.
If you want to get in, I mean, like you might be able to slide a DM to Deana.
You may be able to slide in, but here's the thing: in order to qualify to get in, you first of all, of course, have to already have a signature offer and all that other stuff. But we're taking it to the next level because when you come to Cancun, you're actually coming there because you want to be able to find opportunities to connect and collaborate with other coaches, speakers, and consultants that are going to help you to create these multiple 6-figure events, collaborations. Think along the lines of what Deana and
how do you do a $500,000 launch? You don't do it alone.
That's
like people don't get that part. Like I did a bigger launch because I was with someone.
That's exactly
like people don't get that. They don't get the value of that, right? So that's the first thing. Then I'm going to the Wealth Mafia will be taking over Cancun. Hey y'all, hey. If you want to get in, I mean, you're not gonna be in the Wealth Mafia,
right?
You'll be at Cancun.
If you're like, I want to be down with Wealth Mafia and I just need to prove myself, and I feel like this would be a great opportunity to do that, then you could shoot us a DM and we could figure it out.
Like, shoot Deana a DM, see if you can get in. I mean, like I said, this ain't for everybody. No, this
is real.
If I've offended you already, you probably shouldn't be.
You should not be.
If you've been offended by any of the words that came out of my mouth, this shit ain't for you.
No. It's gonna be like Patrice would say, it's gonna be a whole movie. It's gonna be a whole movie. And really and truly, again, the folks who are already going. So there's a part that you may not know, Deana. The folks who are Deana DMC, the folks who are already going, have already been in the Success Tribe container together.
Right.
And I would say about 60% of them have already recouped their investment in the retreat because of the collaborations that they've already created in this container together. So then we're going to come to Cancun, and now everybody's going to meet. And the sole purpose is to be able to ensure that for the back end of 2023, that you have collaboration partners that you can lock arms with for your multiple six-figure events, deals, opportunities. It's gonna be super dope.
Yep. So first I'm going to Virginia, then I'm coming back to Orlando to do the Unmastermind in April, then going to Cancun.
You need me in April? You need me to come in April to the No? You don't need me?
Do you need to be there, babe? Do you need
I don't know. I'll let you know. Send me the date. I'll let you. If you want me there,
it's the week before your thing. It's literally, we're leaving Orlando. Like, me and Chanel gonna be married. Like, Monty and I gotta work.
We're already married. Why are you trying to act like you're not married
like,
yet?
Listen, Monty and I gotta work out like custody agreements.
Look,
because
I think Monty gonna be there too. I think Monty gonna be in Cancun.
Oh, okay, good. Because we gotta work out the rest of our custody agreement. So it's Virginia, then Orlando for the Unmastermind, then Cancun. Then from there, Chanel and I go to a castle in North Carolina.
Not a castle.
Yep. We're going to a castle in North Carolina. A castle. Yep. A whole castle.
Can I go to the castle? When I'm going to get an invite to the castle? I know I got to go after Lamont. I know. Whatever. It's fine.
Lamont is fireproof.
I'm just saying. That's just because I had to leave.
Firepower, baby. You're firepower.
I had to leave early.
You did have to leave early. And then after that, Ilika is doing something in Orlando.
So I'm going to Ilika, send me the dates because I definitely got to support that.
Oh, I can tell you because she let me know when I was going to be there.
Send me the dates. Yeah.
May 4th through the 7th.
We light that up.
Yeah, May 4th through the 7th, right? It's bodies and business. Like yeah, it's bodies and business. It's keto with a twist. Ooh. How to live a healthier lifestyle and have a badass business to go with it.
Go ahead, just invoice me, Alika, and just set my room aside. I like big beds.
She does. She does. She about this big. Talking about I need a king. So I need to sleep diagonal in the starfish pose.
I sure do.
So then I'm literally going to be out of my house for like a month. And y'all keep asking me why I ain't got no boyfriend. I can tell you why I ain't got no boyfriend because I'm hanging out with y'all.
Because she got Fire Fam.
I got Fire Fam. I don't need no man.
That's right. Look, I'm excited, Donna.
Can you imagine? Y'all would be vetting the hell out of him. Y'all be like, who this?
He gotta be Fire Fam. He gotta be Fire.
Be like, sir, we're gonna need to see your payment, and you can't just be Fire Fam. We're gonna need you to be fireproof.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be fireproof. 100%.
You gotta be fireproof. So I'm sorry, future. My future ex. No.
Not my future ex. Listen,
my future ex.
Donna, what else? Like, how else can people stay connected to you? And what do you have coming up? Are there still spaces if people want to be able to get into?
Yeah, we have. Chanel, I tried to get you an NFL player. I want an NBA. I want a retired NBA player because I'm 5'9". I wear 6-inch heels, and every dude who try to talk to me is 5'7". It's just not. And look at what Doug put.
He needs to know there's a refund button. Listen, Doug said, "Don't play him out.
Don't play. Don't be like, oh, you date. Oh, you gonna date? This didn't work out for us."
Nope. So tell the people how they can be considered.
Yeah, absolutely. So number one, firesavvy.net. We are opening. I'm not gonna say the doors are open yet. We are taking applications for March, which is
this is gonna be a lot of us there in March. How many spots you got?
20. Well, it's not 20 because we already sold some.
Okay. Like 20 in addition to the rest of us?
Ooh. Yeah, 7.
Oh, like 20 altogether.
No, baby.
My goodness.
We're gonna have 3 mansions at this one.
We got 3. All right. Just reserve my room. Just make sure my room ready.
I know your room is reserved. So we're
Come
gonna have 3
on.
mansions at this one. Which of course, they're all in the same block. But we're gonna have
Yeah,
3
yeah,
mansions at this one for March. And then we have one also the week of
yeah,
April 17th, that Monday, whatever that
yeah.
Monday is. It would normally be the 24th, except I'm gonna be in Cancun. I don't know if I mentioned that. And what you got? What you got, boo? What you got going on in
Uh,
your whole?
what I got going on, Lord Jesus. So, I'm actually gonna do a master class at the end of this month. A master class.
You got a URL?
Yep. But yes, don't go to it yet though. You gotta go to it in about an hour after Crystal finished with it. But it's gonna be. I'll give it to you so we can put it in the replay. But it's gonna be on February 20th. It's gonna be on February 20th. And it's gonna be all about, because the tagline for Success Tribe is building wealth through relationships. So we're gonna be talking about building wealth through relationships with your signature offer. We're basically gonna tell you the things that you need to be able to have and include to have a strong signature offer. It's a 90-minute masterclass. So join us.
Oh, I know what we're doing. You just reminded me. We have a masterclass coming up as well on the 23rd. Thank you for reminding me. You're so good at that. I'm like you. Don't ask me the URL yet, but slide into my DMs.
I'm like, look, Crystal, are you watching? Is the URL ready, right. Crystal?
Patrice, where they know? We have one coming up on the 23rd, and it's all about how to stop being the best kept secret. Like, you're a baddie in your business. You're crushing it. But the biggest problem you have is that you're the best kept secret. You don't have a steady stream of clients. Like, how do we make that happen? Because you can't pick up the phone and call me and be like, Donna, I got this offer, and then go sell $15,000, $20,000 when you ain't got no clients. Don't work that way. If you ain't got people looking at your stuff,
it's a process,
like no engagement. Right? Yeah. So we talk about specifically, how do you stop being the best kept secret and really have the steady stream of clients that you deserve so that you're crushing? It's the number one reason that people don't have 6-figure months, 6-figure quarters, 6-figure launches, is 6-figure streams. It's why they don't have that, because quite honestly, they don't know how to stop being the best kept secret. And so we're doing a whole masterclass. It's 90 minutes. It's going to be on the 23rd at 6:15. And I'm going to lay out, here are the things that are missing in your business that's causing that to happen.
That's good.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Get into that. And of course, the FYRE fam, we already have access to that, right?
Of course. FYRE fam always has free access to
already.
everything.
So I'm excited because what am I, firepower? I'm firepower.
You're firepower, baby.
Am I like the top of the firepower, or am I like the middle of the firepower, or the bottom? Like, what?
You're the top of the firepower.
I'm top of the firepower.
Yes.
All right. We'll see. Let me get another 100K cash month, and then
we'll see. All right, we're gonna put another. Okay, you want another one now, or you want?
We can do it. Let's do it. Let me see what month we in. Let's do May. Let's do May.
May.
Yeah.
March.
All right. See, I wasn't gonna say that. I just used reverse psychology on you. Yep. Let's do March.
Whatever. You're so full of shit.
Yep. Let's do March.
March, yes. 100K month in March. We'll put it together.
All right. Cool.
All right.
I appreciate you.
All right, babe. Mwah. Love you. Talk to y'all later.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.